Okay. Observe right tab open. Welcome to episode 49 of Chaos Eternity, where today the plan is... Let's go over there. Here I'm going to make a set of three evaporation yes, evaporation. Three thermal evaporation plants. Right. So there'll be one here, and then probably because I need a source of salt, I'm going to be using gaseous brine, which of course comes from brine, which in turn comes from water in the evap plant. But the plan is to make gaseous brine and then make salt from that. But I'm also going to need to use the same brine in a second evap plant to make lithium, which is the other part of what I want to start on today. Because we get lithium dust out of just lithium, right? Which of course we get from liquid lithium from brine, right? So the idea is one evap plant here, or maybe like one here, one behind, and it connects up to which connects up to a rotary decon, because that gives us gaseous brine. It looks like a 1-to-1 scale, and then the rotary decon then proceeds to fill a chemical crystallizer, which then gives me the salt, which I'll be using an import bus. I'm thinking, no, storage bus, sorry, to then be able to just, like, without even using the cells here, I'll be able to hold up to like however many salt, which will then get exported automatically here to then run all these. And here is going to be a little bit more, well, technically it's a little bit less complicated, because I can literally just simply simply export the sulfur that I make, because as I process sticks and sawdust and turn into charcoal dust, and then the charcoal dust into coal, the sag mill here, this one, sag mill here will produce sulfur as a byproduct, and whenever it doesn't, it's all good, because I've also got sulfur dust as a essentially like a potential homemade recipe, and also have gunpowder set, because gunpowder is like just crushing flint, and flint I'm gonna get friggin' shit tons of anyway, because I also need it for this. But yeah. Anyways, I also, as of last episode, we are now on Frontier, but we can go up to Ascent if I wish. But of course, I haven't done the Frontier Gateway yet, so I quote-unquote can't go up to Ascent yet. And of course, later on, I will also have to slay the Wither. Might do that. Honestly, I probably won't end up bothering to do until like what? Maybe, I don't know, episode 70 maybe? Like, it'll be at least 10 episodes before I do that, put it that way. And then of course, End the Dragon, gosh, go there and slay that again. Or, is it again? Actually, let me check my stats. Mobs. Okay, so it looks like there's nothing for the dragon, which means I Sorry, it was in. I think it was episode 10. I think it was. I just went to the end and flew straight to the end islands. But yeah, alright, so, might also help if I make sure that I even have things for it. Okay, so Donna needs Osmium. Obsidian, sorry. Okay, so I've got some refined dust. Do I have... Okay, yes. That's all enriched. These two need carbon. Had gold, that's in the sag mill. Yeah. It's there. Yeah. I've got two empty. So you need dust, use that, and then refined obsidian is used to make an atomic alloy, which is you. Yeah, powdered obsidian is from which? Also Rengar. Now you go there, and then powdered obsidian there, and these are all literally just enrichment factory ones, but I don't have the slots for them, so this is gonna be interesting. Also, I should go find a place to put 6 more of these too. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna put them here, that's fine. Oh, here. Okay, so I need to make another metallurgical infuser. Because I need another 5. Mind you, that's literally just to turn. Oh, hang on. No, it is turning like fully, you know, fully, let's see. As well as actually just turn fully 6 I need, because there's redstone, diamond, obsidian. Actually, let's just do this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 I need, right? Because tin purely used to make creating bronze a lot cheaper. Enriched iron is just step 1 using enriched carbon to make steel. So technically speaking, there's only 9 different things I should want to do. Let's see. once those 3 set up, now I need. Actually, no, let's do full 6. And then get the extra cable. And while that's running, oh, perfect position. And we just need 3 more, which I don't seem to have. Why? Alright, I just haven't made them, that's why. Alright. Export bus here. So, let's have to turn it like this. For that to come in. Infuser. I'm not sure why I got faint hiccups today though. So like this. I can actually have it set up so then when the time actually comes and I need to add, you know, the recipes in and I'm able to fill it, I can really just simply do so. Yeah, because this one here is basically the one that's really not going to be so much needed. I'll put it up there. And let's have some also actually need to move that out. Now for the aesthetics, actually there. Now it kind of looks like intentional type thing. And do I have any frames? Yes, I do. Good. I like to mark the front of machines with what they contain. So. Wait a while for those sticks to be made, unfortunately. Well, do that so I can. Now, see how many I can clear out on this one. Damn. That's a nice clear. Yeah. And rich redstone. Why ain't freaking middle click freaking pick and block? Let's see. Okay. Weird. else we can sort inventory. So I bet you that's what it's messing up on. First change relay shaders to. Well, let's make it. Let's do as left. Back 11. That doesn't work. Maybe. 11. Just goes knock down. Oh well. Works out even better actually. Yeah. Because I need steel a lot, but I definitely don't need radiance for a while yet. On this side, I should have this. So that means 1, 2. Right, so I need another 4. Where's 4? That needs 7 more import buses. So let's set 7. And yeah, now it's basically a case of waiting. Unfortunately, all my all my CPUs are now in use, but could be worse. So I need to pattern you. Yeah. Assembler. And I want to use Osmond for it. Yeah, between the requirements I took out turn ecological and replaced with dynamic trees. Might use tin for that eventually, but for now though, this will suffice. Just gotta do it in a moment. There we go. I can now upgrade the yes. And now of course that's offline because it's now a different lock, but for some reason it doesn't actually trigger a update of essentially the system, which can get rather annoying when you turn and upgrade something in a really really awkward location, because you then have to basically rip out and replace the cable it's on, or rip out and replace it. And it's just freaking tedious as. Yeah. Right. So I need to. Okay. You're still offline. Why? I know why. I only did that upgrade, not this one. Unfortunately, this one's gonna take a long while. So, back in always go. So I don't have shade singularity set up yet. Nor do I have singularity. Those jewels need to go into the enemy system. Because I don't have a second reaction chamber. And also I should need to find out how you can, like, you know, automatically pull out the lava from cauldrons. I'm pretty sure there should be a way to do it. Let's come up where it is. Like this. Not sure why Zaka's like in Ghost Mountains and I turn after emerging on my screen. Anyway. Unfortunately, there's not really much I can do in the way of not really much, you know, I can really do in the way of getting all the lava out of those yet either. Although, what other ways do we actually have for making lava? Okay, so apparently if I can get a blaze burner to superheat, I can turn cobble into lava. So... then again, I could also probably just, like, you know, simply use a flow pump in the nether. Ooh, that's what I can turn into too, yeah. So, build the reason I'm saying that as far future is because I've got some other things I need done before, like, for example, building the manor, digging the mine to bring it to deep slate, which then will transition into digging it to bedrock, because that's going to take a few episodes, and like, probably about a month, like, no kidding. Then there's rebuild and name Testificate Town down there. Yes, down there. Locating the site for Halcyon Reach and for the Abyss Depths, which both of these are happening together. I just gotta find the location for the Abyss Depths. Or actually, no, technically it won't happen together. Actually, Reach is slightly distant from the beach where the Abyss Depths is. And of course, there's also building the Abyss Depths, which will come after building, at the very least, Wolf Reach. This here is like pretty much guaranteed, like, freaking, I don't know, like year 5. And it was and I'll also be doing a skeleton grinder that might make a zombie grinder as well. Either I'll just like, you know, do like a half zombie, half skeleton in the one. Because with a mob grinder I can get tons of XP, I can get tons of loot, and with having the skeletons I can also use the skeleton bones, or the bones from the skeletons, to make cleavers to be able to basically carve up any essentially like bodies I get, really. And then there's also building the reach and the frost caps. I'm going to doing that by hand, so that'll be a long while in coming. Like, admittedly, I will also be making it a lot easier on myself, and rather than like laying like stone for like, I don't know, 2,000 blocks of height, if not more, I'm just gonna simply fill it all with sand, and then I'll have a layer of stone around that. And then of course around the stone, probably put a mixture of like ice and snow, especially at the top. And yeah. And then of course I'll also have some room for expansion here too. But yeah, there's not very much I can really do with what's... Ooh, I can make 9 more rich redstone, though. Okay, so why is that... Huh. I don't actually have any rich node done. Right. 291... Bruh. Oh, no, for the wonder. Still got 3 more to go. Supposedly. Right. That's up to 1,000. Now I can do 692. Ah! That's also just way too freaking much. Let's do that. And then of course just let the rest of the coal simply just like, you know, drain away. Which, no, I'm not sure where exactly it's actually drained to though. Unless I know it'd be drained to something. I'm just not sure what. Ah. Oh, that explains a lot. Just needing the coal to make, you know, LPG into plastic. Go a bunch there. Yeah, water filled. I'm thinking while I'm waiting on all that, actually, rather than work on returning, you know, I want to get started with the thermal evap plant. I can't really do much with that yet anyway. Can, however, place down 2 of these blocks. Yeah, looks like I have to wait anyway. Right, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, and it's 4 blocks wide each time. Make it 3 blocks wide and put the zip on there. Now the reason why I'm making it 3 blocks wide, actually, make it 4. Yeah, a little bit better. Because I can have a pair of doors here, and then you can just walk into like the back area type thing here. And there's also room for a 3rd evac planet in the middle here, so it goes like round and round. And in the middle one there, probably have set to just purely make salt. And of course that goes down under and over to there to turn and power the chemical injection chamber. And I also got to turn later on upgrade this, but for now, as you can see, it really doesn't really matter too much. Actually, oh, I know, I probably can't actually upgrade it yet. Oh well. Yeah, while waiting on all of that to process, let's continue on with with the main build. Here's all inside of the walls, so basically it's a case of coming out here. Yeah, there's all aligned with the wall there, which really shouldn't actually be aligned with the wall. Should it? No. No, that's supposed to be... Yeah, that's right. Bruh. I literally made freaking jump into the 1 block hole. Now, that's what you call skill. But yeah, there's really not much I can really do until such time as I actually get basically, you know, what I'm currently working on, you know, like all processed. Actually, I wonder. Just go as smooth and just like step and wow. Okay, so that means 2 of Osman. 2, 4, 6, 8. And 8 of copper. Because I just realized something. This is only a basic team. It's only able to do 3 at a time. That's right, I forgot. Absolute tier and above don't actually work. Speed upgrade. I need. So I'm also going to actually add some speed upgrades to. Thinking as I'm able to get them. This was smart. Oh, okay, probably can't crush them up in there. until the whole stack's done. Because I just realized that if I upgrade the tier of this and also give it some speed upgrades, this actually run a lot faster. What's this? Just almost doubled it with a single upgrade. There's speed upgrade. Picking up some sand. Interesting. Now it's running nice and smoothly. It's also now using a much more power, but it's only added like what, I think about 10 carat per tick to the power draw. It'll get a lot more insane in it later on though. Yeah, eventually I literally need like what, fucking about 2 million arrow per tick. I think it is on Even Terror. Need another 4 of these, and of course all of these. Forgot about that. Yeah, because of course they're all busy. That's good. Yeah, so now this point is basically just, in that case, just waiting now. So while I do that, not quite an element, not quite an MLG move. Almost, but not quite. Let's build up some speed. And come on. Also, definitely looks a lot better now that none of this isn't just all white. I'm also not going to bother taking out the snow here because as soon as it snows again, it'll just fall through the main level onto here. So there's not really much point in, like, stopping that. Or, not much point in clearing that, because of that it will just come down again. Yeah. Oh wait, I think I'm fixing that. I think I just messed up. Just check. Yep. It's 5, and then goes out by like 7, but it also looks like it's like half a block in for the outer window. So going from the outer window, space is 6. And just gotta make it just that 6. And from here, apparently comes in one full block on this side, which means that's actually more like 7. And then it's 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So about 11 blocks this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total. 10, 11, and okay, right, and he comes out for 1 block. Could also argue it comes out 1 block on the inside here too. So that basically puts that at 5. Then how thick's that? Bloody hell, it's like freaking 4 blocks thick. It was like 1 block thick there, and then comes in by 1, and it's like freaking out this freaking thick. It's like, damn, dude. That's one thick ass window. Yeah. How far on this side? Also 1. Okay. And hey, if that's how it wants to do the windows, that's how it wants to do the windows. 1 block. That's 1 block in. Yeah. Just another block in. And then it's 6 blocks across. And of course, once again, comes out by 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Comes in. Just so I can actually place that block there. And then I'm guessing they'll also slope down a bit, which is why it goes out so far. Actually, I'm right? Let's double check. that there's basement level. Okay. Looks like they kind of do. They kind of do, but they also kind of don't. It doesn't seem to be an option of like time of day or anything like that. But it looks like. Okay, so they do actually slope. There's one that actually looks properly out onto the, like onto the sun from the angle of this photo. So, yeah, they do actually slope out. So you basically, could actually even argue it's kind of like a step up into like a little, like, kind of nook in here even. Or like benches in here. I don't know. I'll find some way to make it all work anyway. And then here, it actually comes in by one. Or does it come in by two? I think it's by one. Yeah, just by one. And then it's 3 blocks out of flooring. Then comes this. Which should be aligned with that. It's because it's a freaking extra block, ain't it? Screw it. I'll just freaking move this back 2 blocks. Yeah, I already had one. Oh well. There we go. And of course, this time I managed to turn, freaking lose net, like, possibly 2 blocks. Oh, it was net. Oh, it's net turning cut stone bricks anyway. Comes in by 1, and then comes out like 2. Yeah, comes out by 2, goes down by 2, and then back in. Okay. So, literally like that. And then here, that's supposed to be basically 2 blocks, so that's like that. And then that has the same thing there. And yet that's also supposed to be basically 5 blocks wide. Which that is most certainly not. There's definitely something that's messed up here. So that should be 10 across. Ah, that's why. We'll go down to here and see the issue. If I can freaking land. I should really just like, you know, finish off the freaking front, like put in the floor here too. Ah, well. And see here. It's supposed to be 5 blocks out. And then 9 blocks up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, that's where I messed up. Okay. I'm just gonna leave a sign for myself. Because I just know that if I leave a sign, I'm gonna come back to it and say, hang on, why have I got a freaking sign there for? And then of course I'll see the message to myself. So, extend that by 3 blocks. And of course they'll then also affect the entire rest of the sub-basement, which then will affect the basement. Just got this door hanging sign. Sign to hang by. Derp. Bruh. Okay. Screw it. Extend by 3 blocks. There we go. Unfortunately, from my perspective, yeah, it's gonna be like literally a week before I even see that. Cause, yeah, actually, let me just bring up my... So, just gotta put episode 48 up. Or, yeah, 48, which needs to go up on the 24th. Which means, from your perspective, this is going up on the 26th. So it was 4 days ago that I recorded this. But of course, problem is though, like, that also means that for you, assuming you're watching this, like, literally at the premiere, so to speak, right? Feels like, what, 2 days to wait? For me, it's straight up 6 days. But, from my perspective, I will now see you on the 26th of March for episode 50. And really, even though I didn't get much done on this episode visually, right, like you look around, you really don't see much. Like, go to like close in and you can see like the progress that has been made. Like, you know, got this upgrade for the first time in like a month. Got these all in place, and also have, you know, bunch more of the you know, recipes in place too. So yeah, I'm rather happy. Anyways, I'm gonna cut the episode here and throw it up onto you know, onto YouTube and onto Odyssey, and yeah, then might go work on the other copy of the map, because I also have a copy over on Avontel, which admittedly looks a hell of a lot more done than this. Mainly because I've been limiting myself deliberately to just work on this while I'm on camera. Because otherwise, it could be like, you know, basically the meme of like, I did some off-camera work, turns around and it's like just a straight-up YouTuber starter base. It's like, you know, didn't take me too long, just like, you know, about a week's worth of work, you know, bit of audit here and there. And you look under the proverbial hood and it's just all welded. But yeah, I'll see you all in episode 50.